Excited. Happy Saturday and good morning, everyone. My name's Chris Beeman, and I work for the headquarters office in Indianapolis. And joining me today is Dr. Sam Fessich, who teaches undergraduates at Grove City College and connected with KDP because she's a frequent author and speaker for us. And she is our columnist in the Teacher Advocate, which members receive complimentary for the Technically Speaking column. And that has tips and tricks for teachers related to tech in the classroom. So good morning, Sam.
Good morning. It's great to be here this morning, and I'm so excited to share with our members that are on today some exciting news.
Exactly. Yeah, so that exciting news is next week on Monday, so actually just a couple days away. We're starting a weekly chat with you, a webinar series, and it's geared towards student teachers. So let's talk about that today.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Yeah, so I'm really excited starting Monday, September 28th and running through March every Monday from 2 to 2:30. You can hop on a webinar with me and a special guest, and we'll be discussing some strategies to help our student teachers during this time of need. And I'm so excited to be bringing on other experts in the field and just to have lots of voices in the conversation.
Absolutely. And is there a cost to this?
No, it's free. Come
Woo!
on. Student teachers is free.
I
We love
know.
we specialize in free, right?
Definitely, definitely.
Yes.
So I'm curious what inspired you to, because you actually came to KDP with this idea, and so I'm curious what
Right.
inspired you to start this series.
Yeah, that's a great question. So back in August, I feel like it was August, we did a webinar called Teaching During the Time of COVID. And it was with Dr. Frederick Yakey. It was with Brittany Caldwell and someone from AYS. I'm sorry, I forget her name. Crystal, maybe. And we
Mhm.
all
Yep.
shared some different and we shared some different best practices when it comes to teaching during COVID. And Frederick shared the importance of getting to know your students, Maslow before Bloom's, and then the importance of grace over grades. And Crystal shared the importance of, logistics for sanitizing and classroom setup. And Brittany shared amazing strategies for differentiated instruction. And I shared some cool stuff for ed tech. And what we found was our student teachers are really in need of some extra resources and support. So I was like, you know what? I think that's what we found from this webinar. Is there any way we can keep providing them with these free learning opportunities to help support them in their teaching journey?
Absolutely. So back in August, you guys presented a lot of topics back then that, of course, is still available on the KDP website as a recording. But as far as the live chats with you and your guests go this semester, what can student teachers expect to hear you share about?
Yeah, so a lot of the guests that we have on are sharing their areas, their passion areas for teaching. So we have Brittany Caldwell. She's coming back from the webinar, and she's actually on October 5th. She's going to share about the importance of building relationships with students. We have Deborah Ashamo, who is, you might know her as the Purposeful Educator over on Instagram. She's sharing about first teacher perspective, first teacher point of view, and some ed tech tools that she uses to connect with her students. We have Erin Hall, or Erin, I think she just got married, Erin Healy, I think her last name is, and she's going to be sharing about how to set up a professional learning network using Instagram and using that teacher community on Insta. Frederick Yakey's coming back at the beginning of December, sharing about interview tips. I'll be sharing about ed tech tools. We have Christina Ortega who's coming on, and she's sharing about classroom management. So lots of key topic areas that our student teachers want to know and learn more about. I'm so excited to bring these voices into the conversation and just have them share their passion and share their excellence with the world.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that. It's very exciting. And
Yeah, it's really cool.
so for KDP members, you'll be getting an email about this next week. We're going to try and send out the very first one via recording, and then the rest of the topics we'll send out. So a question about, if I'm a student teacher joining this, is there going to be an opportunity for me to sort of participate and ask questions?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked that question. So we know best practice is we don't lecture for 50 minutes, right?
Right.
So the first 5 minutes will be intro, sharing glows and grows that you're experiencing in student teaching, introducing our guests, and then our guests will have about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to share their amazing awesomeness with the world. And then we'll have 5 minutes for Q&A and application of that idea. So we'll be using tools like Padlet and Wakelet to connect with each other because the smartest person in the room is the room. We can all build from each other's ideas, strategies, techniques. So at the end of each session, we'll have some really concrete takeaways that we can put into student teaching right away, whether we're student teaching the next day on Tuesday, next week, or even next semester. So if you're not student teaching till spring or next year, join in on these sessions. You're going to get some great information, tips, and strategies.
Yeah, that's a great point. We do have, many of KDP's members aren't quite student teaching yet. So that's a great point that, this can really help you prepare for, what this year looks like, but also what next year's going to look like. So thank you
Right.
for pointing that out. So, how can people register for this for free?
Yeah, so register for free, right? That's really important. You can head on over to my bio. I have a link in the bio. I think it's one of the first ones up there. It's either the first or second link in there. And you can also head on over to KDP's bio, and the link is there too. And you can sign up for the sessions, and they're from 2 to 2:30 on Mondays using GoToWebinar. So they're virtual. They're easy to participate in. And you'll also get a recording of that webinar in two ways. So you're going to get one, it's going to be an extra bonus episode of the podcast, and then that's going to go out to everybody. And then you're also going to get the recording from KDP as well, and a special Wakelet resource that has all the links, all the information for our guests, and any ideas shared during our session. So it's very practical, very teacher-centered.
That's awesome. And we didn't previously talk about this, but since we haven't announced it yet, I figured since we're live, we can tell people about the exciting news. You've partnered with KDP to offer members a discount on something if you wanted to share about that.
Oh, that's so cool. Thanks so much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to. So Hannah Sansom and I, shout out to Hannah, we created the edumagic Planner, and it's a planner just for future teachers. It's designed with you all in mind. We have stuff set up for calendar, monthly view, weekly, daily schedule. If you want to drill down to get that particular, you can. We have options for test and assignment recordings. You can have in there your course reflection, what's coming up for next semester, what is there any prerequisites I need to do. But the fun part is there's weekly prompts for student teachers. So you can go in, there's a prompt for you there, classroom management, building relationships, differentiated instruction. There's 13 of those different ones for each week during student teaching that you can reflect upon and use
Nice.
those to start building your teaching philosophy. And KDP members get $5 off the digital
Woo!
downloads. You can head on over. I have the link in my bio, and use the code KDP5.
Nice.
That's the number 5. And you get $5 off. So it's $20 digital download. And I'm so excited to partner with KDP for that. So thank you for that opportunity.
Absolutely. We're thrilled as well. It's an incredibly valuable resource and something that, when I was going through my student teaching, I wish I would have had because, it's just there's a lot to think about, a lot to consider, and something like that
Yeah.
can help sort of guide, guide and mentor us. But
Right.
anyway, well, we're so excited to start next Monday.
Yes, yeah. So it's Monday, 2 to 2:30. Head on over to our link in bio to sign up for free, and we'll see you all there.
Exactly. All right. Well, everyone have a great weekend, and thanks again, Sam.
My pleasure. Thank you, Chris.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye for now.